can't drop it. You guys remember that Mepps Incident video I did a couple weeks ago, right? Yeah, can't drop it. Well, number one, I'm human, and number two, I broke one of the core rules of this show, and that is if you're going to complain about a problem, the very least you can do is offer some solutions. So let's rectify that with this episode. How does a community manager, game master, or other person at a large company enhance a live stream without trolling it? I've got some ideas. Yeah, this is going to be salty, but not in the modern gaming definition, but I'm talking the Middle English one of being aggressively abrasive. If you haven't seen the Mepps Incident video, it'll explain where I'm coming from and why this video exists, but here's the Cliff Notes version. Community manager trolls me because I'm live streaming, gives an apology more hollow than a wonder ball, and then defends himself by saying he was trying to enhance the excitement of the live stream. Everyone up the chain of command at Daybreak defends him, saying the same thing, and then they blame me for not liking it. But there's a reason I'm really salty about this. That's because Ted Mepps. The only solution that he could think of to enhance a live stream was trolling it. The alpha and omega solution, if you will. Well, since they can't be arsed to think of any other solutions, I did. Obviously, I'm not a community manager, and based on what I've read, neither are most community managers for gaming communities. Community managers are the liaison between the brand and the customers. They should be listening to the good and the bad, and then working with their customers and their company to make the product better. And when they interact with customers, it should create buzz. It should create an environment that people like their product more. Okay, simply put, let's say I send a tweet to 3 fast food companies, and one of them actually responds in a fun, positive way. It's going to make me like that company a little bit more and probably change my dinner plans. It's also going to create a follow-up tweet, and friends are going to talk about the product, and it creates positive buzz. This is what a good community manager can do. In gaming, though, it seems that their job is to create an echo chamber effect where they filter out all the bad voices and amplify only the good voices. I'll be honest, I've never had a good interaction with a community manager in a video game community, ever. Either they just don't exist to normal people, or when they do interact with the community, it's, well...
This universe is mine. I am God here.
Yeah, let's see who gets that reference. Without wandering too far into the realm of Snark, I can do this. I am a professional. Focus. Okay. Let me give these people the benefit of the doubt. Let's say their intent was pure and they really wanted to enhance the live stream experience. There are better ways to do it than trolling the host. Okay. So I might not be a professional at this, but here's a couple of ideas that I came up with. But first, my ground rules. All of my suggestions are non-invasive. Now, what I mean by that is that the community manager, game master, or whoever's doing this is not going to be imposing their will nor their power over the player. As someone said in the comment section of the original incident video, just because you can kill the players outright does not mean you should. And besides, not all live streamers are going to be into you murdering them over and over again. Second, no additional assets. Everything I'm going to suggest here is stuff that's already in your game in one way or another. Now, some will take a little bit of pre-planning, but if you're going to interact in-world with your players, the least you could do is be prepared. Third, all suggestions are going to be respecting the player's production. You are literally invading their broadcast. The very least you could do is have some respect for them while you do so. They may want nothing to do with you. They might be busy doing other things. They may just want to finish their dailies and just not deal with your shenanigans. I should also mention that, for obvious reasons, this is going to be aimed mostly at DCUO, but honestly, it's not going to be much of a stretch for other games to do similar to this. Most importantly, all of these suggestions are intended to actually enhance the live stream, making it more memorable for the players in the audience. So let's begin with suggestion 1. You want to make a live streamer's night? When the action dies down a little bit, drop them a private message in the world saying, "Hey, I'm watching your live stream, I think it's pretty cool, keep up the good work, good luck." Boom, you've just made their night. You get the praise and the thanks, and they get to say, "Hey, Senpai noticed me." Or if you really want to make their night, this will blow a live streamer's mind. Go past the first line and look at the players who have a very low audience number, but they're just playing their heart out. Just watch them for a few minutes, and you'll get an idea of exactly what they're like. And then message them in world saying, "Hey, I'm watching your stream, it looks really good. You mind if I shout it out on our Twitter?" If you do it regularly, you can even call it something like, I don't know, small stream shoutouts, and you highlight community members who stream your game. And then you start getting a reputation for supporting small streamers, and more people will not only play your game, but they'll also stream it to represent it.
Winning!
Okay, I'll stop with the dated pop reference stuff. If you can't get to Twitter for whatever reason, you can just offer them a token of appreciation. You know, an item, a pet, something cosmetic, you know, whatever. Make it non-tradable or account bound so they don't just turn around and sell it, but it doesn't cost you anything to offer them something to say, hey, thank you for streaming our game. And I know you have access to achievements and other things, so you can pretty much tell what they're looking for. Or you could just ask them. This goes for stuff like mounts, too. I mean, you don't have to buy them something from the cash shop. I mean, just something that they'll appreciate. Or, you know, actually, if you can talk somebody in the dev team to do it, maybe you can make them like a custom live streamer piece of like clothing or something. But, okay, that's breaking the rules of no assets, so let's scratch that for now. Although, let's say you want to give them an experience. This is basically a repackage of what Mepps did to me, but there's a key difference. There's an option. It's also probably the easiest one that you can do. Now, okay, so here's how I see it working out in something like DCUO. The player has some downtime on their stream, they're between missions or what have you. A game master messages them in-world saying, Brainiac's forces have been seen offshore heading towards the University of Metropolis from the south. We think they're going to reach land in 5 minutes. Can you assemble a group of heroes to stop him? Now it's in the player's hands. Do they want to accept the mission or not? Honestly, if you put it that way, most of them will, and they're going to come loaded for bear. They can even, go into the looking for group channel and tell people, hey, something's going to happen in 5 minutes, be here, create some buzz, and they may even draw some more live streamers into the action, and then when they get to the location, you drop this on their heads. Hell, drop 5 of them on their heads, let chaos reign. The problem with this would be something like lag, because, yeah, once word got out that this was actually legit, everybody's going to show up on that one spot just to get in on the action. Maybe even get on the live streams, too. So at best, you've just slowed everybody down to a crawl. At worst, you've just crashed your servers. But the stories. Oh, the stories. Kind of related to that. Well, okay, this is almost breaking the no asset rule, but hey, you've got all these resources. Like the invasion, you send a message to the player offering them a top secret mission, tell them to assemble a team with voice chat open, teleport them into an existing set, and then in voiceover say, we need you to defeat insert enemy here. You can put in waves of trash mobs, world bosses, whatever. DCO's got something like this already with their survival mode, but for other games, it might be an option to let people fight enemies they might not otherwise see. Now we get dangerously close to breaking the no assets rule, but not really. A lot of games have a racing side quest thing already in place, so it's not really building anything new. So use it. Set up a custom lace literally from end to end of a zone or a continent or an entire map, and then challenge the players to a friendly race. Or in a game without racing assets, challenge the players to race from, one city to another, no teleports, and then offer them a reward if they can do it. Again, nothing major, just like a cosmetic or a pet item. Or you really want to give them an experience? Offer to run a mission with the live streamer. You've got access to all the proper tier gear, so you can scale down to their level and not just face roll everything for them. There's already in-world voice chat in a lot of these games, so why not? The advantage of this is you're working with your community, not fighting against them, and I think that's really the key here. For lack of a better way to say this, what Mepps did was an act of war. I kind of thought a community manager should, work with the community. Also, each one of these gives the players a positive story to tell. That time they got to play in the raid with the devs, or that time they were put on special assignment, or that time they did a foot race against the GMs. Come on, how cool is this? This is what a community manager should be doing, creating positive bridges between the players and the company. Not looking at the players as a personal ego boost nor a punching bag to kill when they get upset about something. But I think I'll leave it at that. And by the way, if somebody from Daybreak Games actually ends up watching this and they want to hire me on to come up with some more ideas on how their community manager could actually, do his job and interact with the community in a non-harmful way, my consulting fees begin at $500 an hour. Plus expenses. There goes my controller.